What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton cycling and fitness, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future videos. I post every single Sunday, and today's video is a special one. I am back home in Pennsylvania for about 2 weeks. My cousin is getting married this coming weekend, and when I did Vlogmas when I was home, everybody is like, we love your mom. We want more content with your mom. So you ask and you receive. I thought that this week would be really fun to basically like coordinate my workouts with my mom. She also rides the Peloton. So we're going to pick a 30-minute ride every day that she works out. So she works out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday of the weekdays. And then we're going to do the same ride, and I'll give my opinion, and then I'll talk to her later about her opinion, and it'll just be a fun time and do some fun rides. I'm excited. So today's ride is going to be a 30-minute pop punk ride by Bradley Rose from February 9th, 2022. My mom is also into the pop punk scene, so we both really like these rides, and she seems to like Bradley Rose. Sam Yo is definitely her favorite, but I think Bradley Rose is like number 2 for her. So I think we will both really like this ride. And then I'm going to stack it with another ride. I'm going to do a 30-minute EDM ride by Camila Ramon from February 7th, 2022. But that's going to be my workout today. Today is just a full cycle day. I've done some strength workouts the last couple of days, so I'm excited to just hop on the bike and go. So let's just get right on into our first workout. Just finished my workout for the day, and man, oh man, today was the first time that I rode an hour since I've been back from Hawaii, because I had been doing like shorter rides in strength, and it was hard. It was harder than I expected, but I pushed through and I was happy with my output. So, only one way to get back into it is just to do it, and it was a lot of fun. I liked both my rides. It'll be interesting to see what my mom says about the pop punk ride, because I thought it was just okay. Like, it was good because it was a Bradley ride, but I felt like the music was just like okay. And I feel like I like more of like the Blink-182, Green Day type of songs, and they did play Blink-182 at the end, but a lot of it was kind of more poppy in my opinion, or like more recent. So it wasn't a bad pop punk ride. I just feel like I've taken other rides where I've liked the music more, but Bradley is always fun and it was a good ride. My favorite part was when he was playing Fall Out Boy and he's like, I love the Fall Out Boy. And I'm just like, interesting way of phrasing things. He's always kind of a little goofy, but it was definitely a fun ride. I didn't think it was like super easy or super hard, kind of middle of the road, average Bradley ride. And then I really liked the EDM ride by Camila. Ton of fun. The music was good. I like cycling to EDM. It like pumps me up. Definitely harder than the Bradley ride, so kind of gave me a run for my money, especially at the beginning. It was like really hard out of the gate, but then she kind of calmed down in my opinion. So both rides were very good. Really enjoyed them. Great way to start off the week. Did my 5-minute cool down Ben Aldis ride that I always do, and then a post-ride stretch. And now I'm ready to relax. I mean, I have to work, but not physically exerting myself for the rest of the day. And I'll film a little bit later today when my mom has some free time and can talk about what she thought of the pop punk ride. It is now later in the day after dinner, and I'm finally ready to talk to my mom about what she thought of the pop punk ride. So what do you think?
I thought it was good. It had a really good soundtrack. My output wasn't great, but I like Bradley Rose very much, but I never seem to get as good a workout with him as I do with Samuel.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of easy today because I did a ride with Camila right afterwards and got like a way higher output.
What was your output with Bradley Rose?
I think like 260 something.
Mine was 202.
It's like pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's about average for me, but I'm trying to get it up into the 220s now. So
wait, I didn't like the soundtrack that much. Or I felt like a lot of the songs were not that pop punky, or they were more poppy than punky.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought, though, the artist had more popular songs that he could have picked.
Yeah, I think at this point they've done so many of them that they like
maybe.
don't want to replay songs, but I'd be fine if they replayed songs.
Yeah, so what? I like the Paramore song and Avril Lavigne was at the end, right?
Yeah,
I
and there's
like those two.
Blink-182 at the end too.
Oh yeah, that one I knew. Some of the other ones I didn't know. I knew the artist, but not the songs.
Yeah, I didn't know all the songs either.
But it was. I thought Bradley Rose was maybe a little off. He wasn't quite as upbeat. I thought as usual.
I thought, yeah,
He
I would
mentioned
agree
he
with
was
that.
just back from vacation. Maybe he was jet lagged. I don't know.
He's sad that he's back from
Maybe.
vacation. All right, well, I guess that's it.
Are you going to pick our ride for tomorrow?
Yeah, I will, but I'll let you know because I haven't chosen it yet. We're going to alternate, so she chose the pop punk ride, but I don't know what to choose.
Has to be a 30-minute ride.
Yeah, and nothing too hard.
That's right.
Yeah, well, it'll be a surprise tomorrow.
Okay, well, let me know.
It is now Tuesday, and I got to pick the ride today because my mom picked it yesterday. So I actually picked the 30-minute Amy Winehouse ride by Hannah Frankson from January 12th, 2022. I love Amy Winehouse, so when I saw this ride, plus I love Hannah, I was super excited about it, but I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it. So I'm curious if it's not good or just not that many people took it. Like right when I came back, everybody was talking about the M&M ride, but I feel like I just don't see anything online about it. So we'll see how it is. It's definitely hard for me to choose a ride that I think my mom will like because I feel like we have very different tastes. So I want to choose like something different than a pop punk ride and like something that's not by Bradley Rose because we just took one yesterday, but something I think that she might still enjoy. It might be like a little out of her comfort zone. So we'll see what she thinks about it, but I'm really excited. I think it'll be a fun ride. This is the only ride I'm doing today besides a cool down, just because I am doing leg day. I'm doing the hardcore stack from February 11th. So we got 10 minutes of core strength, 10 minutes of bar, and 20 minutes of glutes and legs. So that'll be quite the workout on its own. And then I'll pop on the bike for my 30-minute ride. A little longer of a workout today, but I did get up earlier, so should be able to fit it all in. So let's just get right on into this workout. I just finished my ride and I actually really enjoyed that ride. I will say the music was really good, but it's just not music that's going to get you like super, super hype, right? Like it's not like EDM music. There's no like super strong bass dance beat during it. But if you just want like a chill ride where you're listening to like Amy Winehouse, if you like Amy Winehouse, I would recommend. I think Hannah was a really great choice for the instructor for the ride. I feel like she really liked Amy Winehouse. She was kind of vibing the whole time. And it could have gone the route, I think, where it would have been like too easy. But I thought there were still like hard pushes in it. Like we did a lot of climbs, which if you add enough resistance, that's going to be hard. At one point we did a flat road where you kept adding resistance, and I find those to be really hard if you do them over the course of a song. So my output was in line with like other classes that I've taken. So I didn't think it was too easy. It's just like very chill vibes. I'm interested to see what my mom thinks about it because I don't know. It's definitely a little bit different than a normal Peloton class, but I enjoyed it. So we'll see later when I catch up with her what she thinks. But besides that, my workout was good. Like day went well, busted out the ride, and then did a cool down and stretch, and I was on my way. So I'll see you when I talk to my mom. It is now Tuesday night after dinner, and we're ready to reflect on our Peloton ride of the day. So Amy Winehouse, what did you think?
I thought it was good. I really like Hannah. However, I thought maybe my workout wasn't quite as energetic.
Yeah, I think
my output wasn't quite, but it was rated an easier ride, right?
My output was higher than yesterday's.
Mine was lower, 1 point lower.
I'm very consistent. Only 1 point. Yeah, it's not that big. Yeah. I think mine was like 10 points higher. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to like get people amped up about Amy Winehouse music, like to actually ride to it.
I don't know. I like the soundtrack.
No, I like the soundtrack too, but it's not like fast paced. Like I feel like, I don't know, like I really like the EDM ones because it's like
really?
The beat is so
that would
going hard that you like feel like you should also ride hard. But this is more like chill music.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
But I liked it, and I liked Hannah. I thought she was a good choice for.
Yeah, I liked the tone of her voice too. The two things I didn't like particularly was I thought the warm up was too long. I think it was 7 minutes.
The first part of it was like actual warm up, and then the second part was like you went harder.
Yeah, but it's still, I don't know.
So then
just part of the warm up.
Yeah, I know, but just like put up the resistance a little bit.
And I didn't like I don't know, we're like 2/3 of the way through when there was a 3-minute recovery.
Oh, I
And
like that because I was super tired.
Well, I don't think anybody needs 3 minutes.
Oh, I needed
You
the
know,
3
2
minutes.
minutes and yeah.
Then go harder
I think
during
that's why my
thing.
output was lower. Yeah, I guess.
You
It was a
gotta
good ride though.
push yourself.
Not as good as the Bradley Rose pop punk one, but
Yeah, I agree.
all right. So I get to pick now, and I'm feeling a Sam Yo, but I'll get back to you on which one it is.
All right. It's now Thursday. Yesterday, my mom takes every Wednesday off, so we didn't do any rides together, so I didn't film. I did a 60-minute feel-good ride by Ali Love, the most recent one. I believe it came out on February 6th, and man, it was really hard. I haven't taken a feel-good ride in a while, but it was a lot more out of the saddle work than I remembered. Like, probably for half of it, she was out of the saddle, and I was like, I'm not going out of the saddle again. So then I was just in the saddle. It felt like every single push you're out of the saddle. It was absolutely crazy. Very, very hard if you struggle with out of the saddle work, which I do. So it was okay. I mean, I'm still getting used to cycling an hour as well because I don't do it every day now, but yeah, not a bad ride, not a great ride. But today we're ready to get back at taking the same rides. So my mom actually picked this ride, which you won't be surprised to hear that when you see the ride. But first, today is arm day for me. So I'll be doing the hardcore on the floor stack from, I believe, February 12th, core, light arms and weights, and then upper body, pretty basic arm stack. I feel like in general, arm days are a little bit easier for me than leg days, because leg days, you're kind of moving your whole body. When arms days, it feels more isolated. But then after that, my mom picked us to do a 30-minute 70s ride by Sam Yo from February 13th, 2022. And I can confidently say I would never ever choose to take this ride just because I don't take like any 70s rides. But I actually know like a decent amount of the music. There's Money, Money, Money by ABBA. That's the Way I Like It. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Ballroom Blitz by The Sweet Sweet. I feel like, I know these songs. I like Sam Yo. It should be a good ride, should be a fun one. And, my mom just really loves Sam Yo. So I might have to get back at her tomorrow because I get to choose tomorrow and pick something I know that she would never take. But we'll see. I'll have to think about it. But then after that, just do a cool down and a stretch, and then I'm done with my workout for today. So let's just get right on into this ride. So I would like to start out by saying I retract what I said earlier. Arm day is not easy. This was definitely a hard arm stack in my opinion. It was really focused on triceps, but it felt really good. Like I was having a bad time doing it because it was hard, but also a good time at the same time because I'm like, wow, this is a really good arm workout. And then I had a great strength section and then hopped on the bike, and Sam Yo did not disappoint. The music was not like obviously my favorite, but I felt like I knew like the majority of the songs or had heard of them before, and it was like a little more laid back and chill, but that's just Sam Yo's personality. And he is sneaky because he's always like add on a couple points, but he says that like every 30 seconds, so you're constantly adding on, and I feel like that's kind of what makes him a great instructor. Like my output was the highest it's been for a 30-minute ride since I've been back from Hawaii, not because it felt like a super hard class, just because all the time you're just adding a couple points on, and it adds up over the course of the class. And he tells us the structure right at the beginning, which I really appreciate. And there's a lot of recoveries, like after every like song, there's basically like 30 seconds to a minute of recovery, which I really appreciate because then I feel renewed and feel like I can really like get at it at the next song compared to like stringing like 10 minutes of work together and then having a longer recovery. So I think that's personal opinion, but sometimes it's nice to have like the longer recovery, but sometimes it's nice to just have the short recoveries so then you can kind of like get at it every single song. So I really liked it. I think that when I talk to my mom later, she will have really liked it too. This is like basically the perfect ride for her. I don't know what could be better. Her favorite instructor, and I think she really likes the 70s rides. So I think that she'll have good things to say. And then I did my cool down with Dennis, which is always good, and my stretch with Leanne Hainsby. And I actually really like Leanne Hainsby for stretches. I just feel like she does a good job. Like she does stretches that I enjoy. So always a good time when I stretch with her. And then that was my full workout for the day. So I'll see you when I talk to my mom to get her opinion. It is now after dinner and we're ready to debrief on the 70s ride by Sam Yo. So what did you think?
I really liked it. Samuel's my favorite. I had good output, the highest of the week so far.
I also had the
I
highest
loved the
output.
music. I loved everything about it.
Are 70s rides your favorite type of ride?
Either 70s, 80s, or 90s. If we get
Okay.
much beyond that, most of the
don't
music, I
know.
don't know. I don't like any of
Yeah.
the pop rides.
Yeah, you've said that quite a few
Yeah, I
times.
did.
I liked it. I think that Sam Yo is, like hard.
Oh, I don't think he's
Or-
hard. I think he's very encouraging.
Yeah. It's
he
not,
really,
like,
to me, it really
hard,
motivates. I
But
don't know.
he's just constantly like, oh, add points, add points, add
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
So then you get a high output.
Yeah, I like that. And it's always, it's only a couple at a time. It's never, I don't like
Yeah,
these
it's
where that you
never a
put
lot,
10 on,
yeah.
because I just can't do that. So
Yeah.
I got to ease it on and ease it off.
And he had a bunch of like little recoveries, which I
Yeah,
thought
he
you'd
did.
like.
Yeah, I do like the little recoveries. And the warm up wasn't too long. It was good. My
Just
favorite ride of the week so far.
I think it was my favorite ride. What else did we do? Yeah, I'd probably say it was my favorite as well.
Well, we had the pop punk one, and then we had the
Amy
Amy
Winehouse
Winehouse.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to the ride you picked for tomorrow.
Yeah, I chose the last episode of the Jess King Experience season 3.
Mm.
But you've never taken Jess King Experience before, right?
No, I took one of her Sweat Steady rides, and I didn't like
They're
it.
really different than the
No.
Sweat Steady
I thought the Sweat Steady was too hard.
They're quite the production.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
Stay
give it
tuned.
a try.
I
I
will.
like the open attitude.
Aye, that's me.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
open attitude.
Well, we'll see how you feel about it tomorrow. It is now Friday. I'm so excited for the weekend, but first we got to get through a workout and the workday. So today's class I got to choose, but first it is leg day for me. So I'm doing the hardcore stack from February 14th. I'm a little behind the hardcore stacks, but I'm catching up as you can see. So that's a 10-minute benchmark core class with Emma Lovewell, which I'm interested in. I think it's meant to like be taken a bunch of times, and then just a 10-minute glutes and legs class, and then a 20 minutes glutes and legs class. So I think my legs are going to be on fire by the end of this. I anticipate a lot of squats. And then after that, I chose that me and my mom would ride a 30-minute The Jess King Experience from December 2nd, 2021. I'm interested to see what she thinks because the Jess King Experience is quite the show. And I also asked her if she ever took a class with DJ John Michael, and she also said no. So I think she'll have a lot of opinions about this class, and I've been meaning to take it. It was bookmarked, so I'm excited to take it. I like the Jess King Experience rides a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. And then after that, I'm doing a 5-minute cool down ride and a 5-minute post-ride stretch, and that's the workout for today. Let's get into leg day and this Jess King experience. I have many thoughts about that Jess King ride. So first off, it was my highest output. I thought that it was definitely the hardest class that we've done this week, so we'll see what my mom thinks. But overall, I really, really like that ride. I took all of Jess King Experience Season 1 for a video, and I've taken most of Season 2 just because I like Jess King Experience. But I don't know how much I've taken of Season 3, so I'm assuming all the classes are like this. But it seems like they like pick a destination and then have music around that destination, which first off, I like that the Jess King Experience like changes kind of drastically every season because I think it keeps it like fun and fresh. And then it's still good new content to take. But I feel like at least in this ride, it was Paris, France. So they played a bunch of like techno from Paris, France. And it felt like DJ John Michael was like really shining. Like I really enjoyed all the information he provided about like this era and about the songs we were listening to, which is not what I was expecting from the Jess King Experience. And Jess was still over the top. It was still a lot of fun. And I think that the banter between Jess and John is really like great. Like I laugh while I'm on the bike. I definitely don't want to do a ride like this every ride, but I think that like if I want to take a ride where I want to laugh, like that's a good thing usually. So I really enjoyed it. There was definitely a lot of hills and then a recovery. Hill recovery was basically the entire class. very, very hilly. I will say it was easily the hardest ride in my opinion, and I did have the highest output, but my output was only like 7 higher than the Sam Yo class we did yesterday, and like that class felt a lot better for the output that I got, if that makes sense. It didn't feel like I was working as hard. So I don't know. I feel like you want a balance. Like I think with Jess's class, it was really, really hard pushes and then really drastic recovery, while Sam Yo's is like more in the middle. So it just depends what you want. I think there's value in taking both, but overall, I really, really like that class. I would highly recommend. And now I need to go back and take like all of season 3 of the Jess King experience because I really, really enjoyed that ride. And besides that, my leg day was good, normal. Got that grind in, and then I did a cool down and a stretch, and I was on my way. I actually did a stretch with Ali Love today, and I really liked her. So I'm always big on stretches. I like when you start on the bike and then you get off the bike, because I feel like it naturally flows with the cool down a lot better then. But it's hard to tell like if the instructors start on the bike or if they don't. Also, this is unrelated to the ride, but recently I don't know what like possessed me to try this or like why I hadn't tried it before. But usually I drink water during my rides and then I drink liquid IV after my rides to like rehydrate. But recently I've been drinking liquid IV during my rides. So I still drink water when I'm doing my strength, but then I drink liquid IV during my rides. And I feel it makes me feel so much better during the ride and after, because I think before I was like getting very dehydrated during the rides, even if I was drinking water. And then the liquid IV would be like recovery but too late, so I'd have to drink the liquid IV and then wait a little bit to feel better. But now it's like the liquid IV like immediately tackles the dehydration during the ride, and then I feel better when I stop riding. And I also feel like I can drink less water while I'm riding, or like less liquid, because I'm drinking the liquid IV that already has the electrolytes in it. So I don't know why I never thought of this before, but I'm really happy that I started doing that, and I feel like it's made a really big difference in my workouts. Like I feel so much more energetic once I finish the rides, which is always a good thing, you know? I think it's funny because it's like I've been riding the Peloton for almost 2 years now, and there's always things that you can improve, and there's still things that I'm learning. So that was everything for today, and we'll see. I think my mom hasn't taken this ride yet, so I'll have to catch up with her a little bit later after she's taken it and see what she thinks. It's now after dinner, and it's officially the weekend, which, you know, always good. But what did you think of DJ John Michael?
Not a fan. Not a fan. Did not really enjoy that ride at all.
What didn't you enjoy?
It was very distracting. When I ride, I just want to get on the bike and ride. I have 30 minutes. I just want to ride. And I don't like all this stuff in the background.
Did you like Jess King's outfit?
No, and several times I thought she was going to have a wardrobe malfunction.
Wait, I didn't think so.
Oh, man, she had like the side boob hanging out the whole time. Every time we got out of the saddle.
She did say that she doesn't actually have pearls on her butt, that they're fake pearls on her butt.
Oh, I didn't even notice her butt.
Because I guess like she's worn outfits like that in the past and people are like, are you sitting on pearls?
Oh, that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, but she's like, no.
Yeah. No.
I liked it. It was my highest output of the week.
I don't know. That guy added nothing.
Wait, I thought he really shined. If you think he added nothing in that ride.
He did not encourage me to pedal faster.
No, wait, he added nothing in like a lot of his other rides.
He was so
I liked
weird.
It. You could tell he was really passionate about the songs he was playing.
I thought he was a goofball.
I liked him.
No. 2 thumbs down.
I think that him and Jess have like good banter. Like they're friends.
No, that was terrible.
They're jamming out.
No, jamming out my butt. They were terrible.
I liked it.
Least favorite ride. Didn't know
that
any
was
of the
easily
music.
my favorite ride. I didn't know any of the music either.
No.
It was like French techno music.
Did not enjoy it at all. Had no redeeming qualities. Sorry.
Well, then you'll be glad to hear that the Jess King experience, that was season 3. And season 1 and season 2 are both drastically different. Like she just changes it really a lot.
I just know.
So you could try the other seasons.
Not a fan. I don't think so. And I think I'm going to get you back and choose a country ride for our last ride.
It's okay. I don't mind country music. I just don't usually choose it.
No, I didn't care for it.
I kind of figured, but it's good to try new things.
No,
it was different. It's very different from Sam Yo's class.
They did not motivate me to do my best. They just didn't. Sorry. Not a fan.
Well, I guess we can only hope tomorrow is better. The last ride of this video.
All right, sounds good.
It is now Saturday, and today is the last day that I'm going to be taking the same rides as my mom, which honestly, I think that we're ready to go our separate ways. I think my mom was not a fan of my choice, and I don't know if I'll be a fan of her choice today. I want to get into the non 30-minute rides, but today it was my mom's choice, and she chose a 30-minute country ride by Leanne Hainsby from February 15th, 2022. She thinks she's getting back at me, although I don't really mind country music. It's definitely not like my first choice to listen to, but I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I hate country music. And like, that's not me. I don't mind it. So I am going to go into this ride with a positive attitude. I also usually don't take Leanne, but I've been wanting to get more into her. So this is the perfect opportunity. And before that, today is going to be a cycle focused day. I am going to do a 10-minute yoga flow before getting on the bike, just because I like doing like a little bit of strength or like warm up before cycling. And then I'm also adding a 30-minute power zone ride by Ben Aldis from January 25th, 2022 onto my ride. I'm going to do that first because I have a feeling that's going to be hard, and then the country ride is going to be easier. So hopefully my intuition is correct. And this is the first power zone ride that I've done since I got back from Hawaii, so I'm definitely a little bit nervous just because I think that my FTP is probably too high, but I don't really want to retake my FTP test, so we'll see how this ride goes, and if it goes really bad, then I will have to take my FTP test again. But that is the plan for the day: 30-minute power zone ride, 30-minute country ride, and then a cool down, a post-ride stretch, and we are done for the weekend because I usually take one weekend day off, so tomorrow will be my rest day. First off, the Power Zone ride was not that hard, which I'm really happy about because I was worried I was going to struggle. I do think that the pushes were not as hard as some other Power Zone rides, so we'll still see TBD, but I'm glad because I was a little bit worried that it would just be like way too hard for me because I have lost some strength since I was in Hawaii. But the pushes were just 3 5-minute pushes at zone 4 and then 2-minute recovery in zone 2. I find with the 30-minute classes that are power zone, there's always a long warm up because they're always going to like let you just spin for a song, and then the next song is spin ups, and then the last song is like figuring out your zones if you don't know your power zones. So there's always a long warm up even in like a 30-minute class, so then there's not that much time to actually do pushes. But I did think that the 5-minute zone 4 pushes were like very reasonable, and that there's probably other power zone classes that are a little bit harder. So we'll see as I keep taking them. If I find that they don't feel good, then I'll retake my FTP. I know at the end of the day I should probably just retake my FTP, but I just don't enjoy it. The FTP is not fun, but you know, sometimes you gotta power through for the greater good. And then Leanne's ride I thought was good, not great, not bad, just middle of the road. I actually thought that Leanne's personality like really shone through in this ride, so she was a lot of fun. I thought the music was like kind of interesting choices actually, because she played Love Story by Taylor Swift, which I don't consider country, and she also played Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts, which like, I don't really know what is considered like country and not country, but I knew I would say over half the songs, and I am not an avid country listener at all, so she was definitely playing the hits. But I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't bad. It was kind of middle of the road. I had lower outputs and higher outputs this week. I think my output was 270 something, and I ranged from like 260 to 290. So not a bad class. I'm glad that I could like fit in a harder class before it. And I thought that overall the two paired together made a really great workout. And then I actually did Ben for cool down and Leanne for stretching. So it was a Ben Leanne day. Just, you know, taking the power couple. So overall, the yoga flow was also good. The stretch and cool down was good. It was just a good day to get a lot of cardio in, and I would recommend both rides that I took today. So we'll have to see what my mom thinks, because I think she might have a different opinion than me. I am now here with my mom for her last review. So what'd you think of the Leanne Hainsby country ride that you chose?
It was the easiest of the week. I enjoyed it, but you know, I like it when my output's a little bit higher, but I like the music, and I thought it was a good ride, but a little easy, that's all.
Was your output the lowest?
Yes, of all week.
For me, it was higher than the Amy Winehouse and Bradley Rose ride.
No, it was the lowest. It was the lowest. Samio was the highest.
Well, I guess Leanne just doesn't motivate
Those
you
are
to
the
do your
bookends.
best.
No, she doesn't. But as far as the women go, I probably like her about the best of all the female instructors.
Yeah, she's like
For whatever reason. I don't know why.
mid-tier for me.
No.
But some of the music was also questionable, like Love Story by Taylor Swift. I don't consider that country.
Well, you know, back in the beginning, she was a country star.
Well, yeah,
before
but
she crossed over.
I would not consider that album to be country.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
But yeah.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, I mean, I knew most of the songs.
Yeah, me too.
So
I like
it.
good music. Yeah.
I thought it was cute at the beginning when she was playing Life is a Highway, and she's like, this reminds me of my nephew. Because they play it in Cars. A classic.
It was good, yeah.
Well, did you learn anything from taking the same rides as me? I don't think so.
No, just that I need to pick up the pace, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I did learn what I don't like, and that's Jess King.
Yeah, sad.
And her experience, so.
My favorite ride was the Jess King ride, and my least favorite was probably the Leanne Hainsby ride.
Yeah, my most favorite was definitely the Samio ride, and my least favorite was Jess King.
Well,
who else was? Oh, Amy Winehouse. That was a pretty good ride.
Yeah, no, I think like the Leanne wasn't a bad ride for me. Just all the other ones I liked even more.
Yeah. I liked her music, but I wish I got to pick up the pace. I got to do better. I do.
Got to push yourself.
I got to get a PR or a PB, whatever they call them.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
All right, well. That is it for this
Until
video.
The next time.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys would like to see any more content with my mom. And
or maybe
if so,
a little less content.
What you would want us to do. Because I don't think that my mom is going to volunteer to take the same rides that I do.
After 30 minutes, I will. That's fine.
But what if I choose the crazy one?
Well, I can probably stomach it.
Well.
I can take one for the team.
Well, that's good to hear. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Goodbye!